There will probably be many of you who like to be alone. I am also one of you, and I am also mostly. I love being alone, but that too when I have internet and my phone with me. Now imagine that you have to spend a whole month alone. Neither will you have anyone to talk to, nor will you have your. There will be no phone or internet, no movie, no sign show, just you alone. Well, maybe you can imagine this now. Can't do that? What can happen to your condition by doing this? But today we are going to know about Jesus. He spent not 1 month, not even 1 year, but 438 days alone, and that too in the middle of the sea, where he still could not walk nor had a roof over his head. You must watch this video completely because you, me, and all of us will get to learn a lot from this man. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest of the earth. There is an ocean and it covers about 30% of the earth. Our earth is named the blue planet. It has a very big hand in giving. This sea is so big that if we take all the land on earth, even if we merge all the land together, it cannot compete with this ocean, that is, its area total. There is more than land captured area in such a big sea. If you get lost even by mistake, then you will get back. The chances of meeting will be almost negligible, and for this reason the Silver DR railway color and its survival. The story makes this video more interesting. They have achieved this world record even without wanting to. Have made such that no person would ever want to cross the sea for 438 days in his life. Record of being lost. In how did he save his life? Before we know that he's lost there. How? Mexico 2012 was a very experienced fisherman. On November 17, 2012 he and one of his companions, R.G. Gil Cordova, took a small motor boat named Costa Asbal to do boat fishing. Came out of a small village inland. The boat they had was very small and it did not even have the equipment to stay in the water for a long time. Yes, only 7 meters long and had no roof. It had only one motor and a portable refrigerator, which they had taken to keep the fishes he had caught. He had an idea that a storm was about to come, but still, he took a chance. He thought that if we could get back before the storm hit, our week would be over. They were about 120 kilometers away from the shore. Suddenly the wind picked up and a storm. It came much earlier than they expected. At 1 o'clock in the morning a storm hit their boat, and they both immediately lay down. They cut the fishing nets from the boat and started throwing out the useless things so that they could survive in these strong winds. The board does not sink due to excessive weight. It is about 6 hours away from the shore. It is carried towards the shore. He put his whole life in coming, while giving direction to the boat in the same storm. It was 7 o'clock in the morning and now They were only 22 kilometers away. They had started seeing the land. Now something happened due to which both of them. Life was about to change. Suddenly smoke started coming out of the motor of the boat, and it was such a boat that no alternative, i.e. if the motor fails, then they could not move the board forward or backward in any way, and the motor, as soon as it got damaged, the strong wind started taking them to the middle of the sea. Luckily their radio was still working. With the help of the same radio, he tried to send his location to his boss. Now Alwar rang location. I was just about to hear that the radio's battery suddenly ran out. It sounds like a movie story. It must have seemed like, but imagine what must have been going on for both of them at that time. So much of your destination. How would they have felt if this happened after getting close? His boss carried out search missions for several days and he was traced around several different fishing locations but was nowhere to be found as they had gone into the middle of this big ocean. 5 days later, the strong winds carried them about 450. Pushed more than a kilometer away, there was only one side around them and that was only water. The photo was so small that even if an airplane passed over it, it would not be able to see them. It seemed that both of them were going to die, but they did not give up. They used to eat fish and birds. They started holding him with their hands. There was only water around him. but he did not drink that water even after wishing. Good. Now why can't we drink the salt water of the sea? Well, to know this you have to know that osmosis. What happens? We know that if we transfer water from two different cities with the help of a very thin membrane, if you keep it apart from water of lower density, it will start flowing towards water of higher density. Osmosis process is called. Now we know that there is water inside our body cells, in which the molecules of this auto and sodium keep mixing, and around that cell also the molecules of water and sodium. These cells are made of a semi-permeable membrane, due to which small molecules can go across easily. Whenever we drink fresh water, there are very few sodium molecules in it. That's why when that water reaches the cells, then the molecules of SDO inside the cells move so that the membrane, creating balance on both sides of the body. This balance is called isotonic state. When we drink water, in it, sodium and other items get mixed in and cause our cell water owner to get out of the cell. It seems that due to this you start urinating more and there is a lack of water in your body, because the more water you drink, the more water moves out of your cells, and doing so for a long time. Both of them did not know that sinus can also prove fatal for humans, but yes, one thing knew, that if he drinks seawater, he will die very soon. Found a plastic bottle in which he used to store rainwater and drink it if it did not rain for a long time. So they had to drink the blood of fishes or turtles even if they didn't want to. They used to get vitamins, and if they did not get all these, then they had to do without their own. If you have any. If there is no other way, then this method can save your life. Well, drink your urine after filtering it completely. Any good? Not an idea, because it puts a lot of load on your kidney, because you can use it again in the same way. You are giving something that he filtered out in the waste, but it is a little better than seawater. There is an option. Now imagine that you are living like this, you have nothing to eat or drink and people around you. There is only one person present, you're sleeping, waking up, eating and drinking, everything should be on that small boat. It's been yesterday, I can't even imagine what his feelings would be at that time, now alone like this for months. Staying not only affects a person's body but also affects his mind, and the railway is colored. According to, something similar happened with his friend because of being alone like this for about 4 months. Gave up hope of living, his mind started saying hello Senate, he started seeing strange things. Sometimes he feels as if he is not breathing, and sometimes he starts talking about killing himself. He stopped eating and fell ill and died a few days later. Alwarang is all alone now. He told that once a large cargo ship came out in front of him with 4 people in it. Saw him and also waved his hand towards him, but he did not stop to save him. Now it may happen that it must be a creation of his mind, because it is common to be alone, but if it was true then all 4 of them. There is no right to be called human who saw this, but did not stop to help. 8 months passed, went and covered a distance of about 8,000 kilometers, on January 30th, 2014 when he saw him floating, a new life came in him, because he was sure that there is someone or the other around here. There is definitely an island. He started hitting the water to move forward in the same direction, and at a short distance he saw an island. See, it took him about half a day to reach that island, and finally in the same boat for over a year. He set foot on the ground for the first time after living, and after several months saw another human being and ran a small. From this island had reached Atoll, and you will not believe that it is one of the smallest islands in the world. If he had not come here by mistake, or if a little wind had moved here or there, he would not have reached this island. And then if he could survive, he would probably be on the island of Philippines, 5,000 kilometers away from there. It took 438 days for him to come and see the land, about 11,000 kilometers. Had he missed Silent 2, it would have taken about 240 more days to reach the ground, and he, even then, if there is no storm etc. in the middle of the way, then he is lucky to cross the biggest ocean of this world. After reaching the small island, it was taken back home, where his friend's family sued him. He used to think that every song must have eaten his friend. The biggest thing we got from this person. What you get to learn is patience, that is, keep patience. Nowadays people want anything in their life, they get it immediately. If someone wants a new phone, then they start insisting to the family that I want it today itself. Started and he starts wishing that his profit starts coming from the very second day, but we always. Patience should be kept and should never happen no matter how bad the situation. Got to learn a lot from what did you get to learn from it? Do comment below so that you, whatever you have noticed or whatever you have learned, others can also learn that. And if you enjoy knowing, then don't forget to subscribe the channel and